Hey guys, it's Wanda with Crazy Days, and today it's another Betty's Box of Blessings. I know you guys think, oh, 2 in a row. Well, Wanda kind of got behind. All this cold and all this work we've been doing trying to get things done, I kind of got behind on my Betty's Box of Blessings. So I did one a couple of days ago, and we're going to do one today. This one, peace, be still. I needed to hear that because we've been busy doing all kinds of stuff and everything's going on, and it's just been go, go, go for so long till I needed to hear peace, be still. And the Bible verse is coming from Mark 4:39. And he woke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Sometimes we just need to be still. We just need to calm down and relook at situations and just have some peace. Just enjoy things. Danny and I are trying to learn how to chill at times. It's not always easy, but we're doing it. Now, one of the books that they sent this time is Fear and Faith. In this it says failure, rejection, sickness, losing a loved one, being alone. The fears we carry are many and heavy. Fear can be a tyrant, a bully we can't hide from. It can paralyze our spirit, damage our relationships, and hinder our faith. In it, Trillia Newberry walks you through fear and faith. In it, she talks about some of the fears, how to overcome them, things like that. Gives you some scripture on that. When she was little, when the dogs, she was scared of them, one of them biting her. Even though she hadn't been bit, but being in an airplane, just, there's fears. Everybody has fears. Mine is that I just fear I won't measure up. It's very hard to measure up to what I think people need and what people expect of me, and I've always had this fear of measuring up. And sometimes Danny looks at me and he says, you don't owe anybody anything. You only have to answer to God and yourself. And I don't even have to answer to Danny. That's the amazing thing. I shouldn't have to measure up to something he expects. I should be me, and he accepts me for that. And that's why we have a good relationship. He's not expecting me to be somebody I am not. And so, Fear and Faith, a great little book here. Another one, Untroubled. This one is a devotion and prayer for finding calm in a chaotic world. And if you've been living in this world for very long, you know it's chaotic, especially this past year. How countless are your works, Lord. In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. Fanciful works, flittering, fluttering, flying by. They look so delicate and beautiful, like bits of stained glass that have somehow gotten loose and been carried away by the wind. They fly this way and that way, seeming to have no pattern or purpose. They have no worries or cares. They do not mind the headlines. They are a picture of frivolity, colorful bits of wonder dancing on the flowers. But butterflies are not magical. They're not whimsical fairies that we make them out to be. They are hard workers. They're busy. They're gathering fuel. They're traveling. They have places to go and things to do. Their lives are relatively short, and they must prepare for the next generation. We have beauty all around us, but yet sometimes we don't stop long enough and look at it and think. We see a butterfly and we go, oh, yeah. They're busy. They're doing things for their next generation. That's what we should be doing. We should be looking at these things and seeing what they're doing, and we shouldn't be troubled. We should be working along day by day, preparing for the next generation. The CD is Peace, Be Still. This is by Hope Darst. I like listening to their music on occasion, and they send some nice CDs every time. I've always been pleased with the CDs that come, and Peace, Be Still is no different. And this time they send these little cling stickers, clinging to the truth. Let faith rise up, and it's like a sun O heart, believe. Let faith rise up in me. And these are just little things you can stick on as clings to stick on the windows, or something that like appliances or something, but mainly windows I think they stick to. So it's pretty awesome to have little clingies. Lots of times they send something as a reminder, and that is one of them. The cards, Dayspring, of course. Above and beyond what you could ask or think. It is a birthday card. Healing, praying for the God of miracles. They have another birthday. Thank yous. So it's a variety of cards this time from Dayspring, and I'm telling you, Dayspring has the absolute best cards. The 30-day prayer challenge journal for women. Guys, I'm going to give this one away. I just think somebody needs this book. The 30-day prayer challenge journal for women. It's beautiful. It's a spiral bound, easy to open and get to your place and stuff like that. It's got places to write in it. Each day it gives a Bible verse, and it gives some things here like no surprises. Another one, fanning the flames, join God. But I'm going to talk about time management. It gives you a verse, some writing, a place to write. The next pages tell you what's up. It gives you 3 things to think about, and then prayer prompts. And so I'm going to read just a little bit of this one on time management. Women are by nature great multitaskers. We keep a lot of things going at once, and most of the time we do it well. Sometimes, though, we overestimate our abilities and underestimate our limitations and pack our lives with too much. We say yes to every request made of us, and then we find ourselves scrambling to do everything and anything with excellence and resenting others along the way. I know that's very true for me, and that's always been true for me. I take on way too much sometimes, and then I get frustrated because others aren't doing so much, and I'm thinking, I'm doing everything. Hey, sometimes you need to slow up, learn how to say no. I get my life and my schedule so packed to the brim that I find myself trying to push and rush through important things just to keep a promise or make a deadline or not to disappoint someone, and then I'm annoyed with people who have forced me to take on so much. This is not necessarily true. People don't force you, you just can't say no. That's the problem. The Lord wants us to use our time wisely for His purposes, and we can't do that if we're overcommitted. Learning to say no, that's a biggie for most women. Jesus never missed a chance to do what was right, but He also knew how to protect His spiritual well-being and went to a quiet place to pray. Sometimes you need your quiet place. Peace. Be still. That's what I'm saying. This 30-day prayer challenge, somebody might need it. On the next page, it says, what's up? Name a few things that you've committed to that stress you out. Something that doesn't align up with God's plan. Think about what you've signed up for. How did you find yourself committed to those things, and what was the motivation? Why did you sign up for it? You know? How can you take back your schedule and manage your time better, and how can you avoid the trap in the future? So you make yourself notes and you try to plan how you can do things in the future and not take on so much. Sometimes it's simply learning to say no. That was one of the biggest things I've ever had to do in my life, is to say no. I've always taken on every task that someone said, hey, we need. And I'm like, okay, I'll do. I used to be so run down from jumping from one task to the other. Every day was filled with tasks that I thought was good tasks that needed to be done, and they did need to be done. But it wasn't always that I needed to be the one doing them. There were more people around. There were other people that could help. But I took on everything. And when Danny and I married, that was one of the things that he told me. He said, sometimes you got to learn to say no. You don't know how to say no. And I said, I get that. If somebody said, hey, look, this is, I'm like, I'm there. I'm doing it. And I started backing out, staying out of things, and waiting to see if that was something I needed to do. And there's been opportunities when God says, hey, look, I need you here. I'm free to go because I'm not tied up over here doing something that Wanda wanted to do. And it's been a blessing. It's been great for me to learn how to manage my time a little better. The prayer prompts are, Dear God, I have good intentions and it feels good to say yes to everything, but I know I need more margin and rest. Please help me to see what I need to change about my life right now. Amen. And that's where I'm at. That's where I had to come to, is seeing that I was doing too much and saying yes to everything and figuring out what to say no to so that the yeses bless God. I get the blessings from God. Sometimes you're doing way too much and you miss your blessings from God because you're over here doing something that you wanted to do. I hope you've gotten a little bit out of Betty's box of blessings this time. And like I said, thank you, Betty, for sending them. And 30-day prayer challenge journal for women. If you'd like this prayer journal, let me know in the comments below. Do you always say yes? Do you have too much going on? Do you need a little more time management? That's just one. That's day 7. There's others in here. There's 30 days. I think it could help somebody learn to manage a little better, get their prayer life in order, their whole life in order sometimes. Sometimes prayer is just a piece that you need to add to straighten out your life and get on an even keel so that you have a relationship with God, you have a prayer life, and some of the things that you're doing kind of level out for you. I hope that everybody learns to chill a little. And thank you, Betty. Thank you for the box. And guys, we'll talk to you later. Just comment down below for the book. Thank you guys from Crazy Days.